Alright, we're live now. Sweet! Alright, what up, everybody? Whoever's online or not online, whatever. Anyway, today we're going to be doing a special little version of Chat Time with myself, Paul, Robert, or Necro, whatever the bloody hell he wants to call himself, and Christian. I don't know if you have a nickname also, Christian.
Yeah, it's Pterodine.
Yeah,
Pterodine, and Paul, what was yours again? I forgot. Was it the Green Knight? No, that was...
I changed mine.
Green
Green Berserker now.
Green Berserker, there you go. Green Jizz. Seriously, Christian? Ah, damn it.
Green... I was going to say Green Nuts, but, you know.
No,
hey,
dude.
I'm allergic.
Alright, so anyway, so we're all here today. We're going to be talking about E3, everything E3, you know, the news, the good stuff, the bad stuff.
Fuck everything.
What about the ugly?
The ugly counts, you know, definitely the ugly.
Wait, before we get into the discussions, I was just wondering, has anybody else here ever actually ended up going to E3?
Wait, what?
Like, has anybody ever wanted to go to E3 instead of just...
I've always wanted to go to E3, man.
I always wanted to go to E3 too.
Even when they changed it, changed up the lineup stuff, but unable to go.
Yeah, we're all too poor.
I mean, if
we're not journalists where they can give us a free hitch ride.
Right.
All right, so before we start, let's know what everybody's actually seen. So let's go down the line. Robert, I believe you've seen everything, right?
Like, I've seen as much as I can, yeah.
Christian?
Yeah.
Paul?
Pretty much some of it. I saw Ubisoft's thing. I saw Ubisoft's presentation. Kind of psyched for Watch Dogs 2.
All right. As for me, I've seen all of Sony's. I've seen the majority of Microsoft's, and I've seen bits and pieces of everything else. Mostly, all my feed is through what I've seen. I've been able to grab at YouTube. So, all right, let's get started. I think the first and foremost, let's go down the line with the conferences. What do you guys thought of EA?
I mean, it's exactly like expected. I feel like
Boo!
they don't deserve to have their own conference. Like, I was kind of like, why are they having their own
Yay!
Dude, honestly,
I agree with...
Well, me personally, I think EA, they really should stop this because they're pretty much going to be rolling down the mill on everybody. On everything we already know they're going to announce. A new FIFA, new Madden.
Thank you. Like, they don't need a conference for Battlefield or Titanfall. Or what was the other thing?
What about Mass Effect?
Mass Effect. I forgot they own that stuff. But yeah, they don't need their own conference for that. They should have just been like, hey, Microsoft, hey, Sony, here's money. Let's advertise with you guys.
Pretty much, because haven't they done that in past years where EA always steps in either Sony's or Microsoft's conferences is like, hey, here, look at our shit. It looks great on their console, whatever.
Exactly. I mean, I'm hyped for Battlefield 1 and Titanfall. I'm kind of tired of, futuristic shooters, like World War I, awesome. But, they, like I said, man, it went on way too long. They didn't need their own conference.
Anybody else have to add to that?
Oh, actually, I like
you guys...
Sorry, Paul.
Oh, yeah, Titanfall is EA, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's Respawn Entertainment.
Respawn Entertainment is devs, but EA, they're like, we need more money, so EA, please give us some.
Well, see, that's the thing about it, too, is that with the way EA is going, it doesn't really surprise me. It doesn't really surprise me that they would have their own conference, for one thing. But I just personally don't like EA anymore, especially with everything going downhill, at the prime of, I'm just talking history-wise, I enjoyed the living heck out of their Lord of the Rings games, and everything else related to that. But then just recently, I'm just like, no, I don't want to see any more stuff from EA.
Yeah. All right, so I guess that's it for. Well, I guess we'll move on. What about what was the other one? Bethesda? Yeah, that was the other one.
Bethesda is great, mostly if you're a PC gamer. That's how I feel about them as a company. Like they're awesome, but since I'm mostly console, I'm pretty about them. Like I love
Console scrub.
you
Okay,
know,
yeah.
Go like, go like. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, Christian, you're in a bad position because you're talking to three mainly console players.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
peasants. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, peasants. Yeah, it's okay. I was gonna say like I got like all three, so I'm fine.
All right. Yeah, Bethesda's like.
I'm just talking shit. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we know.
Oh no,
I
I
know
know.
it's their second year, right?
Mhm.
The second year, yeah, that was okay. You know, for their second year, they still had a decent lineup, even though it's mainly for PC. But you know, what little bit they had for consoles, it was worth a mention, I guess.
Skyrim remastered. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Is
dude,
it?
it has like his heart on for Skyrim, and they finally got their wish with the Skyrim remaster for X1 and PS4.
Yeah,
Do I
go ahead.
Well, I mean, like, the sad part is I'm still playing Skyrim on my 360, and when I saw them do the remastered, I was like, do I have to do this all over again?
Yeah, like I don't see it making sales on the PC. Like you guys have like crazy ass mods. Like it looks way better than the outside world does. From what
I
I've
think
seen.
it's honestly the remastered version is just for like console. Like whoever like these 5 people are who haven't played Skyrim.
Oh,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
me.
I skipped it.
I've never played Skyrim ever in my life. I've just seen it, and that's about it. So, funny enough, that trailer, you know, seeing the revamped visuals and everything, that would be funny enough. A person like me who's never touched the game, I've been heavily criticized for that, but you know,
Yeah.
You've
It's all
never
good.
played.
I've never played it, you know, and it's just not that Darren caught me interest. It was around the time where I still didn't own. I lost owning a 360. I didn't own a PS3 just yet, and by the time it came out, I wasn't really looking forward to it, you know. So I was like, okay, whatever. And yeah, I could have picked it up now and get it for like what is it, $30 now, probably $30-$40. Even then, I was like, yeah, no. But now that I see I'm curious. I'm like, okay, maybe it's my time to, you know, go into Skyrim and start playing the crap out of that. But part of me is
Yeah.
going like, well, don't I really need a keyboard and mouse for this? I just don't. I cannot see that game working with just an Xbox One or PS4 controller.
What?
Well,
I mean,
it's
what?
pretty simplified, you know.
I don't know. There's something about Skyrim and the way it works and all the things I've heard and read about. It just doesn't seem like it will work on the controller. That's just my personal
I
opinion.
thought you were talking about an RTS.
No.
It works fine enough. Like, sure, KBM's probably gonna be better, but
Yeah, to be honest with
on the
you,
console.
yeah, it works fine, dude. All you gotta do is just spam the heck out of the right trigger and you're good. Spam the heck out of the right trigger, jump when you need to, right button for your dragon shouts. That's all you gotta do.
All right. Well, I'll see if I pick it up. I probably will pick it up. So who knows?
It's a good game, man. Trust me. 3 years of owning it, I still have not finished it. You officially heard it here.
Well, at least it's better than me. You remember, I've yet to play the game, and that game has went out what 6-7 years now.
Ish.
Yeah, 6-7 years. This is my third character, and I replayed this game twice. Both the first time and the second time I did not finish.
Well, there you go. You have more on me. So huzzah!
Not the kind of as I want, man. I'm crying on the inside.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, So let's move on. What was that? What was after Bethesda? Yeah, that would have been Microsoft. I think we're gonna start getting into the meat and potatoes of this, right?
Sure.
I'm just waiting for the day Microsoft does a sex game.
Does a what?
Does a sex game.
Oh, all right.
You're a sex game.
I don't believe
Don't start. Don't start.
I'm a wholesome person.
Too late.
All right. And so okay.
Robert got a demo. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Of what?
What?
Yeah.
Someone got a demo of the sex game?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm a demo. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God. No. Okay. I think we should leave that coming over.
Speaking of sex demos, let's talk about Microsoft.
Yes. There we go.
There you go. Perfect.
All right. So let's get this one out of the way. The console.
Worst
It was
kept
to be expected.
Man, we've been hearing about the slim version for at least a year now online.
Yeah.
Well, with the whole thing that Microsoft, oh not Microsoft, Sony with the Neo, it was only you've been hearing about the slim model since what? Probably who knows how long? And
At the end of last E3, there were some like leaks because of the patents. Wait, what? Sorry.
This is the first time I've heard of it, so. Look, I don't keep up with this, guys.
That's why.
yeah. Well, Paul, for you, it actually works out because since you're still trying to be in the market for one, you can actually start getting the older model for cheaper because isn't it like dropping in for it's 300 now, but it's dropping like another $50.
It's on sale for $280 right now at most retailers. The current model.
God.
Christian Bonilla is actually joining in. I don't know if he's gonna go through his mic settings. If he could come.
Hey
through.
guys, my name's Christian.
Like us, kissy faces.
Hello.
So
Hey guys.
Hello?
It's me, Christian. Hi.
Okay.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah, and we don't see you, but we can hear you.
Dude, you're like John Cena. I can't see you,
Is my
bro.
avatar there?
You're showing as a big black box right now.
Yeah, big bro.
Okay, hold on.
I see a big black box. Okay.
Oh well, at least now we got his icon, so All right. I actually, to be bluntly honest, and I know Robert is going to come a little offensive, but I don't remember the game lineup for Microsoft's conference.
Wait, you mean game out like coming out
It's
this?
I remember. It's Scalebound. The title by Platinum Games.
Woo!
There's also Recore, from the creator of Metroid Prime. Those are the exclusive games. There's
thank you.
also Dead Rising 4, which I think is fucking amazing. Frank West, beat people up with candy canes at Christmas. That's dope. Let's see. What else is
How
there?
about now?
They mentioned like season 3 of Killer Instinct having having General ROM available right now, which I'm playing, currently streaming.
So was that a leak from like 3 months ago that we were getting ROM? And that wasn't confirmed?
Yeah, that was a leak.
Oh, see, I just assumed that was confirmed already. So when they announced it, I was like, what? I thought we knew this already.
No, that was a leak. Yeah, it's just been officially confirmed today. So.
Awesome. Now I'll pick.
How about now?
You're coming in kinda. You're about the same quality as Paul right now.
So cold.
Sorry, Paul. Had to use you as an example.
Yeah, we're just waiting for like I think KI this season we're waiting for like 1 or 2 more characters to end the season. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. What else? There was Gears 4.
Oh wait, Gears of 4.
Wait, who else is here?
There was some gameplay of that. They're returning to their Gears 1 like roots.
Kind of roots.
Anybody
And
else?
there was also something else.
Well, what do you guys think of Rare? Yeah, I know they stepped in.
Oh yeah, Sea of Thieves. That's right.
That is a really letdown for me of Rare.
Well,
Once again.
Microsoft is letting them do whatever they want, so it's a different Rare than 20 years ago. Just telling you that right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it is. It's not the Rare we all grew up with or remember fondly of. Plus, they've been working with Project Dream since the Super Nintendo days, so who knows how much of that is coming back.
maybe Rare is just a one-trick pony. They can make like 3-ish good games, and everything else is just mediocre-ish.
Well, you got to remember with their history, you know, they lost like some of their biggest people after the buyout. So
they also remember you also have to you also remember their history. They were a different company name before they became Rare. They made like a game called Saberwolf. They have an extensive history, so it's like, of course,
Blaster
there's gonna be
Master,
people that aren't there anymore. I mean,
You're
we're
right.
talking about like 20 to 30 years of gaming history. Like, no one developer is gonna stay in the same place like for 20 to 30 years.
Like I
Well,
said,
I
I
mean-
just yeah.
I mean, I'm curious about what kind of, you know, like what life is like working at a game developer, like all the things going down, the decisions, those kinds of things, you know.
yeah. So yeah, I'm willing to give it a chance. That's basically where I'm coming from. It's like,
I'm not.
they've been in the shadows. They tried doing things with the Kinect and everything and failed miserably. You know, they tried Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That was an ugly disaster all to itself.
That was a mistake.
You know, honestly, I'm willing to give them a chance. You know, they are obviously trying to bounce back from their crap years, and you know,
Pinata was really good.
It was the dark ages for
Viva
them.
Pinata was the shit.
Well, again, Viva Pinata, you know, most of us dismissed it. I cannot remember a single person actually talking about it.
Well, I don't need to talk about
I got so
Pinata.
mad with the game.
Are you
Like,
kidding me? It was like
I
a
was
decent
pressed
RPG.
through
Like,
my ears
Fight
in
Club,
high
you don't
school.
talk about
Again,
Personally,
maybe it was the environment I was in at the time. When I heard about that game and talked to other people at the time, and Robert, you probably were with me doing that. I don't remember many people talking about it.
It's one of those like sleeper hits. Like a lot of people really enjoyed it, but it wasn't something like we clamored to get people to play as well. That's how I felt.
personally, I don't like the series.
For me, I just want to wait for that Gears of War 4 looks good though.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I'm going to get.
As I told Robert like yesterday that Gears of War 4, I'm just glad that they're going back to the horror roots like the first game.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I'm willing to give Rareware a chance. You know, they look like they want to come back with their stuff. So, I'm giving it a chance.
Yeah, no, that's all right, man.
Esa es la cosa de la yo tengo que regresarle el Arzon.
All right, Christian, what?
No, I was just talking to my dad. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's like we are live, Christian. So if you have to figure out other stuff, just mute yourself out before you talk.
Sorry.
Suck right now.
So let's move on. What about Ubisoft? I know they did a press.
Ubisoft really surprised me with some of their stuff actually.
I'm sorry, Paul, but Watch Dogs 2, I'm just waiting for the graphics downgrade again.
Oh my god, really?
I'm just waiting for the lag that happened like in the first.
Actually, no, I'm gonna wait for them to make Watch Dogs and anime series just like
Watch Dogs
Astrid.
1 is like what, $15, $10 now?
50 cents in the swap meet that I've been to.
I'm just
Whatever, man.
I'm just kind of hoping Watch Dogs 2 is an improvement. I'm like no.
Oh, guys, I'll be right back.
Honestly, no fingers.
Alright, so I'm taking the show over. So, y'all like porn?
No, I don't.
Show us some really lewd
I'm a wholesome Catholic.
pictures.
Microsoft needs to make. No, I'm kidding.
No, but seriously, Paul, I'm with you there. Like, Watch Dogs 2 does look cool. I enjoyed Watch Dogs 2. But granted, I didn't like get hyped for it when it was first revealed. Like,
I was at the point with Watch Dogs 1.
Yeah. No,
Hey guys, you can hack a car now.
I'm gonna hack a Tesla car personally.
I'm gonna hack
Can
your
I hack
mom.
my life to make it good?
Honestly, we'll see how this goes. It reminds me of like.
Also, I'm not showing my face. Sorry, guys.
So cool.
I'm not showing my face. That's a giant ass fan that Paul has.
Oh.
Nice place, Paul.
Hold on a second, guys.
Nice fan.
I'm still here. I'm just gonna get a jacket. It's fucking cold in my house.
Well, no. Well, from the looks of it, yeah, you're what's it called that? Okay, I think I. So Chris, what'd you think of the new King of Fighters trailer?
It was dope, man. That's just coming fast.
Wait, what?
September, right?
Including the Tekken 7 one. I was like, no,
Yeah,
I
the
want
Tekken 7 E3 trailer is actually really good because for the longest time we haven't known an actual release date of a console variant of that game. I'm glad that Beta Retribution is coming out in arcades next month.
I would have laughed even harder if they teased us and it was for the pachinko machines.
There's no way they would announce the pachinko version of that shit like at E3. Like, you'd have to.
No, I'd be laughing if they just did.
I would expect
Just
Konami to
piss
do
people
that.
off.
Not.
Konami's like, oh, new Silent Hill pachinko.
Fine by me, man. They own their IP.
You're a pachinko machine.
No, because I'm really laughing that they announced a Gundam pachinko, and I'm like, oh shit, I want to play it now.
What I'm waiting for actually is I know there's an arcade game for Final Fantasy that's coming out for just like Dissidia. I'm waiting for that to like come out on console so that way I can just
Oh my
import it.
god, the VR headset just made me laugh.
No.
Oh yeah,
so alright.
we should talk about that.
Here's
We're
my-
still at Microsoft. We should honestly talk about the VR like as a separate portion because that's some of that shit I have to laugh at.
There's
What
only one thing I gotta say
die of
about it.
laughter even more is that in Japan, I kid you not, they're releasing Neko Power for the PS VR.
Hey,
Nice.
wait. There's only one thing I gotta say, guys. Beware of Aincrad. No, I'm kidding.
What?
Oh God.
Bathroom.
Beware
Resident Evil
of the
7 was
world.
actually a blow for me. I was like, oh my god, man, they did it.
Cold.
Yeah, let's keep VR a little away right now because, well, unless we are already full-fledged on that right now.
I
Mario
think
Party VR.
we could have saved it for later.
All right.
Is
So
any...
where were we? I don't know what because I have to take care
We're
of
still
this.
at Microsoft.
No. Oh, we're still on Microsoft. Okay.
I like.
wait.
Oh, here's what I liked. Okay. Arenas for the Xbox. Like,
Yes.
I mean, the Xbox One S we talked briefly about. If you like 4K and a little bit of upgraded RAM, for $300, that's okay. That's for those who want to jump ship or for those who have waited like a long time. I think that's cool. Tekken 7, we finally have a release date on all platforms, including Steam. That's cool. That's like the best thing ever because
When is it again?
it's gonna be in like March or something.
Oh
It's
damn, I
2017.
can't wait that long.
February or March, because like I know they're gonna have a build that's gonna be playable at Evo, that everyone's gonna be playing on. So there's that.
I can't wait
what
that
else?
long. Damn it.
What else? I forget.
Well, yeah, the Slim. I think it's an okay upgrade because they probably didn't want to bump it up too ridiculous. That's the whole thing. I think with Project Scorpio.
Mhm.
Scorpion is the
Because-
ridiculous one. Like Microsoft.
Are we gonna talk about the customizable Xbox One controllers?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
I-
like getting a scuff, you know?
getting a what?
I'm making mine best.
It's because like that's like getting a scuff controller, but now it's cheaper.
But and it's officially like first party too.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's like for those people that don't want to get the Gears of War Elite controller, just make one yourself.
I wish they don't have anything up for the Elite controller customization. Like I love.
No,
my-
like I don't want to buy $150 controller of Gears of War. I'm just gonna go make myself one
What's
in the
that?
customizable
Oh,
one.
bro, it's not even 150. It's 200 for the Gears of War special
Hell
edition.
no, I ain't buying that fucking shit.
I
I
am
tried
excited.
the Elite controller.
Keeping it real.
I broke it.
I'm dying over here, man. You're making me die, bro.
Who?
Well, I think the whole make your own controller is a cool concept. As if they can get the sales, I think that's where it's gonna boil down to. If they can get the sales, they're good to go. They probably push it, probably make some special promos on it. But
Also,
if
I could care less about the whole new update of the Xbox One. I actually wanted the, to be honest, if they ever made an update of Xbox One, I just wish that you can have your customizable avatar profile like the Xbox 360.
I was very for reproduce avatars, man. Like that was such a controversial thing back then.
Because
Right.
that just I'm not even gonna go there because it was a different time, different generation, and yeah, no.
I mean, I love my avatar. It's Deadpool.
I don't like my avatars. I just don't like the selection. I'm like,
I like my avatar.
I want to put
It's
my old
Yoshimitsu.
one. I want to put the
I
old one.
could care less about mine. It's
I
there.
mean,
It's
you already
kinda
seen
works.
mine already on the Hangout.
It used to be freaking Woods from Call of Duty.
I am wood.
Does anybody remember 1 versus 100?
Yeah,
Dude,
I
that was
remember
the
that.
shit. Every E3
Right.
prediction thread has someone claiming that they're gonna make a new 1 versus 100 on Reddit. I'm like, you guys are idiots. They're not gonna do it
I
again.
wanted Necrobar
Right.
first, dude. Yes.
It was fun though. Like it was probably one of Microsoft. To me, honestly, it was one of Microsoft's better ideas.
Also, don't get me started with Twitch going salty when Sea of Thieves was like when they're talking about Sea of Thieves. Everyone
you know,
was like, this isn't Banjo-Kazooie, this isn't Conquer, this isn't Battletoads.
again, I think they're being a little narrow-minded and a bit with nostalgia goggles. Like I said, give Rare a chance. Just give them a solid chance.
People were like, give me Conquer and Killer Instinct. And I'm like, I just died of laughter there.
They're expecting it to pull out the magic that they could in the 90s, which, I don't blame them. We all want those kind of games back, but if you don't have the people for it,
give me Shy Guy for Killer Instinct.
Like right now, the closest thing we'll have to a Banjo-Kazooie would be Yooka-Laylee, and when is the release for that for again?
Never, because it's gonna get delayed like Mighty Number 9.
No, my number 9 was
so high for my number 9.
Like the Mighty Number 9 has kind of lost its hype train. Like I remember when it was first talked about, everybody was all over it.
It's
First
out
year
in 5
came out,
days.
It comes out in 5 days.
We all
Good
became
God.
sad anime fans and prom date.
Personally, believe in Kickstarters.
Personally,
and I kickstarted that shit.
Oh, poor Christian.
Like all I did,
yeah,
you kickstarted it. Now, like they made fun of you for it. They're like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do a prom night now. Mighty Number 9 made fun of me. KG thinks I'm weird.
Hey, and be honest though, that guy brought the
somebody's
melee
sad over
disc
there.
to his prom.
At least you're not. At least you're not the Smash guy who brought Melee to prom.
No. I got laughter.
I saw that. I was
kid
laughing.
you not.
I was like, what the hell?
I kid you not. A friend of mine told me that in California, this guy brought a body pillow of Char to the prom.
That's dope. I would do that. Fucking.
I was like, my hero.
Wait.
Char
Yeah,
from Gundam.
Yeah, Char
He's
Aznavour.
gonna laugh at everyone at the prom.
Oh God.
I came here to laugh at you guys.
Alright, I think we've dealt with Microsoft long enough. Let's walk into
Nintendo. Let's leave
What,
Sony
we're not
for
done?
less. No, let's leave Sony for less.
Okay, alright, let's leave Sony for
Oh,
last.
gosh.
Okay, so Nintendo. I guess is naturally Nintendo.
Just nothing but 7 hours of Zelda.
7 hours.
Okay.
of Zelda.
Okay, here's my thing with
7
Nintendo.
hours of Zelda.
That was cool, but come on, man.
Here's my thing with Nintendo. They knew what they were coming to. They knew they had nothing to show. All they had was Legend of Zelda, and that was it. Like when I saw like day one all Zelda's, like, guys, you should have popped up with something else. Anything.
Mother 3.
So while we're on the subject of Nintendo, out of the
Mother 3
2000,
Pachinko.
Are you laying
you
down?
know, I'm just saying.
Mother 3 Pachinko. Did you just say Mother 3 Pachinko?
Oh,
This
God.
shit everyone knows.
Oh, God. Look, if we're sounding like I'm bashing on Nintendo, I am a little bit, you know.
Oh,
No, we should all bash it. Nintendo deserves it.
They got Mario Party? Are you kidding me? That's the
Okay,
whole
we haven't even got there yet. Come on,
And the
guys.
Mario Party, I just said fuck it. My party is dead to me now.
Mario's been dead to me since
God.
I'm gonna go play 3 and cry.
Oh, God. No, well, again, it just
Come on now.
okay. No, I'm being kind of serious with this. You know, Nintendo, they know E3. They should know E3 by now. You have to spend 2 to 3 days there promoting your crap. Having one game truly dedicated to one game. First of all, it has to be a hell of a game, which I guess they chose right because they chose the Legend of Zelda title, which I'm all for.
Doing it for 7 hours, that kind of turned me down of actually buying the game. It gave me a life crisis.
Right.
The only thing I do for 7 hours nowadays is Netflix. Like, I'm not 16 anymore.
Is it Netflix and chill?
Yeah, and actually, I was watching that
No,
7
Netflix
hour
and chill?
thing of IGN or Nintendo Treehouse stuff, and I was like, dude.
No, you should have saw Twitch. Twitch was like, everyone was like, out for blood for those 2 girls not knowing what the hell they were doing at Zelda.
Dude,
They're out for blood.
It's not even that. It's like, dude, okay, 7 hours plus Nintendo. I love Nintendo again, but dude, you guys gonna have to modernize how you advertise your crap.
Because I'm gonna be honest, the only thing that I'm now
Perhaps an
excited for
understatement
E3 is the new Pokemon game. That's
Why
it.
are you in bed?
Perhaps an understatement. I'm sorry.
Well,
I had a feeling
but
that
as regards to the game itself,
It's nighttime with Paul.
so let's get away from the presentation part.
After
Let's get to the actual game. Legend of Zelda. Oh my God, it looks amazing.
How do you feel about the name of the title?
Breath of
Fire!
This sounds like a terrible tween novel.
Oh God. Okay,
That we bring in a wolf is
Link
not
lies
helping.
in his bed, restless, half naked. His wife Zelda.
Dog.
This is my fault.
Unbuttons her
God.
blouse, reveals her bosoms. As Link,
This is my swamp.
this is my swamp.
Okay,
It's no longer now.
Legend of Zelda. Wait. Here's a new title for
Legend of Zelda,
it. The
the
Stone Age.
No,
romantic.
Legend of Zelda: The Dog of Flanders.
Oh
Well,
my God.
considering their last set of titles has been what? It's been either item-based or person-based. We go Link to the Past,
Yo, give me like a few minutes,
Octopath,
I'll be right back.
Wind Waker.
Zelda
I
VR.
feel like at this point, Nintendo is catering to their fans. I mean, like, how many times have we been asking for a new Legend of Zelda game?
No, how
And
much
they're
we were
like, "Hey,
asking for
here
a
it
jump
is."
button.
Again, that's been all Wii U, though. Again, if we have to be analytical and serious about it, that is what Wii U's been doing. They couldn't get the people they wanted for the Wii, so all they're doing is catering to their fans and making the game that apparently we all want. So apparently what we wanted this time around is a big-ass open-world Zelda, which, again, I'm all for it.
I'm for GTA Zelda.
I'm all up for that. I love the idea of Breath of the Wild, like the scenes, how Link operates this time around. I'm all for it. It's just that has been Wii U's approach throughout the entire generation. They're just catering to the fans, making sure that they get the game as close as close as apparently what we want. So. Honestly, again, going back to our tidbit of our earlier conversation is like, honestly, I got a bit of a Skyrim-ish feel, like the big open world, explore everywhere, every big penny, and I make Robert what you want.
You can't have a Skyrim-ish feel if you've never played Skyrim.
I've never played Skyrim, but again, from what I've seen,
What are you gonna do? Link's gonna adopt kids? What?
No, the fact that Link cannot jump actually gave me more of a Adventure of Link vibe than Skyward Sword.
So again, I think obviously I think the game's gonna look pretty. It's gonna get high. It's probably gonna be well done. It's gonna look great. It's just everything else is just all right. It's about time, I guess.
I wonder where this.
I agree with you there, though.
Are we getting back Dark Link?
I'm curious as to where Breath of the Wild is going to be set at. Is it going to be pre-time split, or is it going to be post-time split?
Adventures of Link.
I heard it's one of the later in the timeline, like nearly the end of the timelines.
Well,
After Ocarina of Time, because of Temple of Time.
Well, I've been thinking about the storyline all this time, and the big thing is I have a big post-Twilight Princess feel. Because there's that one shot where you're going through what looks like to be the Bridge of Eldin from Twilight Princess. The temple that they had from the Great Plains gameplay video. That's what it looked. That's what plateau, Great Plateau. That's what I'm getting the feel of. But the one big throw off that threw me is that they threw the Koriki design from Wind Waker. I'm like
the Koroks.
Yeah.
Lockhart confirmed.
Yeah, that's what threw me off like massively because I'm like that's part of the Wind Waker timeline.
Can I charge my phone?
But if I have to thought about it, it's like, well, again, in timeline, if we have to follow proper multiverse theory that comic books have destroyed and reconstructed 20 million times, a lot of the same trends can happen in different timelines, only in different phases of time. So I'm assuming it is a post. I'm still going to stick to my post-Twilight theory. It's just going to be, a lot of the same elements are going to happen within a different timeline.
I want to punch out.
I wonder what they're going to do. Well, I know you guys are probably going to beef about the series never ending, Legend of Zelda never ending, but I'm wondering.
The Legend of Zelda Link's midlife crisis.
Oh, God.
I wonder if they're
the Trousers of Redemption.
As in, end the timeline and just fill everything in between.
What timeline?
Well, Zelda's timeline. Legend of Zelda's timeline.
Oh.
I don't know. Again, it's just we'll know more as they're probably going to be doing that in what's his face?
Zelda Infinite Warfare.
When there's oh God, no. Hold on, I have my own thoughts about that when we get to Sony. I have my own thoughts about that when we get to Sony. Anyway.
Was it again?
So, okay. So anyway, the only thing that did bother me about the Zelda one is just the way Link come up. It was like, in the trailer where it says Link wake up, I'm like, okay, since when Link has ever been in hibernation?
This sounds like a really bad fan fiction.
I'm not good with Zelda timelines, but he's totally been in hibernation.
It has a point.
It's like, I'm afraid, like, a little part of me is afraid that they're gonna, like, use a Link from, I don't know, like, the Skyward Sword era, and just time hopping into some random part of the timeline. I'm like, they better not do something like that because that would piss me off.
You know what's gonna piss me off? If they decided to put some DLC costumes.
Oh God.
Hey, Nintendo says we heard you guys like DLC, so you're just gonna get nothing but
pre-order Breath of the Wild and get the Twilight Princess costume.
No, we are.
It's like a herd eating the ass. You like eating the ass of Zelda.
Or
get Satoru Iwata's corpse to team up with you.
Yeah. Like the other things that they put in, like
at the first floor.
An office chair.
Like like after the trailer, like they announced like Ganon's still gonna be the main villain. I'm like, okay, why?
No, I want them to throw a twist that Ganon was like a good guy, then he turns evil with like some spirit or something.
But they already kind of did that with Skyward Sword.
I've never played.
It's just demise.
I can't find a copy or a fair price.
Define fair price.
$20.
$20. Nintendo.
Okay, why won't they re-release it? Like, I'm not saying remaster, just reprint it or whatever.
Yeah, or
I'll pay.
remaster it on the 3DS. Skyward Sword on the 3DS.
You know, I would actually buy it because I've never played it.
Well, that would be great if the Wii U.
Skyward Sword for the Virtual Boy.
Oh my god, wow.
VR.
Like,
Hey, it will work. I've always wanted to play first-person Zelda against the Red.
Just don't get trapped in the world. No, I'm just kidding.
This isn't Sword Art. How dare you compare
This isn't
Zelda to
Wii Bar
crap?
Online.
This isn't Sword Art. This isn't Dot Hack.
This isn't Sword Art, the XXX parody.
oh god.
Chapter 16.5 confirmed.
Yo,
Oh.
Oh,
Right.
damn.
Alright, so let's get on.
Novel.
Okay, so I think.
Let's talk about Pokemon, actually. I got a lot to say about that shit.
Oh well, let's just okay. So let's go to the one thing that actually would kind of tie in our discussion. The new
Pokemon.
Mario Party game.
Oh,
I'm
God.
done. Play as Toad. I'm done. Pre-order canceled.
I am actually a little skeptic on this one. I'm like, okay, they changing that way too much. It's like.
Go downstairs.
Like I saw like their gameplay video too on that one. I'm like, what the fudge are we doing here?
Mario
Okay.
Party. No, it's now Toad's
Mario
Party.
Party is
Wait, we're talking about Mario Party now?
Toad's
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
Party.
talking about the Star Rush
Oh.
Mario Party.
Mario Party
Toad's
Ass
Party.
Rush.
You fucking make it.
That's pretty much what I'm getting at. Like, dude, is like, why are we making Toads? Toads is of all
No, the
characters.
Toad has
Toads.
Sounds
Mario
really into this,
friend.
guys.
You
He
have
might
to control him
censor
now.
this.
Okay,
You gotta be careful talking about this new Mario Party game.
okay.
Fuck that.
This is the only one
I
I
gotta
did not
head
see,
out,
so catch
actually.
me
I'll
up
talk
to
to you guys
speed,
later.
All right.
Alright, later, Chris.
See ya.
So, catch me up to speed, guys, because
What?
I did not see.
All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull in the YouTube app on this thing, and we'll pull up the video. So.
Yay, story time!
Like, I was not focused on Mario Party Star Rush, as a matter of fact, like I said, because Nintendo didn't have much to show except Legend of Zelda. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna bring up the video.
Honestly, I agree with Yelthin completely. Nintendo didn't really have anything to share that was cool or awesome, so they just made 99% Zelda, 98%, and then 1% Pokemon, and then 1% everything else.
And then 1% everything else, yep.
I'm never playing a Mario Party 3DS because I regret playing it last year. I had to play with Yelthin, Latoya, and one more person, and that was my worst match ever. And it was all because Yelthin got time to practice playing it before the match.
That's pretty much it. That's
Like, Yelthin just completely owned us, dude. Like, I was like, what's the
intentional.
I'd call that an ownage.
He got first place by a mile, man. I was like, fuck this game. I'm never volunteering to test or showcase a new Mario Party game at Mario Party Wars. I'm not risking my standing ever again.
Wait, did you guys actually have to risk standings?
Well, it's a risk because I'd rather like play or lose at a different Mario Party that I'm more familiar with than a complete random one.
No, I agree with you. That's like taking a chance, man.
I had to do the bullshit for Wii U version 2, by the way, and that pissed me off even more.
Wow.
Okay, I don't think that really worked.
Well, Jay seems enthralled.
Okay, so honestly, I'm conflicted. That's the
God
best.
damn, dude.
What?
All I gotta say is, damn!
I don't know. I'm just conflicted on this one. It's just like,
We'll see what happens. You guys will have to balance it somehow.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up doing most likely. If I were to add Star Rush just for that trailer alone, and what that trailer had to tell me, I'm gonna have to play it a few times with Sal, and we're gonna have to start working the twinks on that one. And the thing is, that's kind of the reason why we've not played 8, 9, or 10 as often as we should have, because those usually makes everybody in.
Sal said that he can pop in later in like an hour if it's still going on.
Oh, God, I don't know if we can do this for another hour, but we'll try.
Nah.
I don't blame you.
You're missing out, Sal. You're missing out, bro. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's so sorry. He'll miss out.
I mean, he could be salty about it later. He could suck it up.
Yeah.
Ha! Suck it up.
Yeah. So
Did everybody see like how much of a deal he was making about photoshopping what like his brother? I'm like I prefer that, like, honestly, and I'm being honest here. I'd rather just be Sal being photoshopped, not anybody else. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Sal has his charm. Like anyone else, it'd be like
permission too.
what happened?
No, like Sal gave his permission to be photoshopped and shit, so it makes sense.
Yeah, like not his brother. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So anyway, coming back to E3 and whatnot.
Fuck
All right,
E3.
let's finish off Nintendo because obviously we've already pretty much got the meat and potatoes out of it.
Let's talk about Pokemon, bro.
Yeah, let's get Pokemon out of the way. I don't know nothing about Pokemon Go Plus, so Christian, take it away.
Dude, like,
He
you're
has an
gonna put me on the
NDA.
spot? Yeah, I know everything about this shit. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon first. So, they revealed some three new Pokemon, like at the treehouse yesterday. First off, there's a new goose around. Not a goose. There's a mongoose around. It looks like Donald Trump. And he
Wow.
has,
Okay, we're gonna go.
he has
with
some
that.
gnarly ass teeth. Like you can put a grill in them, and you can go ah, and then the Alola region is based off Hawaii. If you guys didn't already know.
I wonder how this is gonna go now.
Let's see, the mythical Pokemon Diancie and Zygarde are going to be in the game in some way, shape, or form. So this is going to tie in the probably the canceled Pokemon Z of the 6th generation.
Wait,
this
Pokemon
is-
Z was canceled. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to get Pokemon Z. I mean, that's
They
I
never
can
talked
right
like
now.
care without one of those, the third one, and
Yeah, we could go without a third one. You know what I mean?
On this one, yeah.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to mention, like there's some new Pokemon. The Alola region has some old Pokemon. They made it friendlier for new people to get into. Like there's a lot of like refining certain things. They changed the camera angle. They changed like the whole overworld and how like you're gonna be running around. It's not all going to be like squares defined by squares. It's all like it's interesting. They're gonna do like 4-way battles where like it's a free for all battle, not teams.
Mhm.
So that's
Okay,
the,
that's interesting.
let's see what else. I think that's it on that end. They were doing like a demo at the treehouse yesterday at E3. I watched it live, so I mean it's not. Honestly, like it wasn't like underwhelming, but it's like the Madden of
Thank you. Yep.
Of
Yeah,
Pokemon.
that's pretty much how I'm seeing Pokemon, especially with their annual. Back in the past, I could give them a little bit more respect because they took them 2 to 3 years to release a new version. Now they're going with this annual crap. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's easier and better it's easier, faster
Actually,
to beat Pokemon games.
Technically, it's been almost 2 years since a main series game came out. So
Fair point.
Well, main series game, but what they did. 2 years ago they did X and Y, then they redid Alpha with Sapphire and Ruby, and now they're pulling in the 7th gen. So
Well, my stupid ass is gonna get Moon anyway, but still.
I'm still
What's the
gonna get it.
What's the remake for Pokemon Sun and Moon? Pokemon Stars?
I wouldn't be surprised if they make Pokemon Stars the number 3 one.
Right.
Oh my god! I'll buy it just for the lulz.
Well, Christian, how many new Pokemon are they actually introducing with Sun and Moon?
It's not confirmed yet.
It's great because if I remember right, X and Y only put in like 70 new.
69.
So
Actually, no. To be precise,
That was 80.
there was only 69 new Pokemon that were introduced. Everything else was Mega Evolution.
I think we should count Mega Evolutions as new Pokemon.
No, I do not count them. That's just a different form.
Well, it was like if we could always just I could get people salty about it. It's like they only digivolve because they go back to their original evolution after
I
that.
mean, aren't evolutions new, just different forms of the same Pokemon anyway?
Mega Lucario, are you really gonna be that generic?
Well, Mega Charizard was badass. Wait, no, in one of the versions, Mega Charizard was badass because he was
Are you
black.
talking about X's version or Y's version?
The one that was black with blue flames.
That's
X.
Okay,
Mega-
I had that
Mega
version
Charizard
on the
X.
3DS.
Yeah. No. Well, okay. So that's Sun and Moon. What about Go? I'm assuming Christian, you're ready to go for that one too.
You're
Which
ready
one?
to go.
Pokemon Go Plus.
Oh yeah, that's already been in the works for a while. What's actually happened with that is the following. It's being predicted that Pokemon Go is going to come out at the end of July, and that's the only reason why they would reveal the app to come out at the end of July is that they're inferring that Pokemon Go is coming out at the end of that month. So, like, why would you release something that isn't out yet? Why would you release a product for something that isn't out yet, unless you're actually going to release that product in that same month?
True that, man.
Yeah, true that. There were yeah. So. Well,
Also, that means the field test that I'm currently doing, which I'm only allowed to say that I'm doing, it's kind of. I guess I'm just working out the bugs for it, and that's pretty much it. Because if this game is already seeming to be finished, I don't think a lot of people are gonna like it. I can tell you right now, the game's a little buggy.
well, that's never a good thing.
I wish I was single beta.
Like it's good, but it's a beta, so I mean like.
You're not looking for much there.
I'm sorry, betas. People
It's not a finished product just yet. You know what I mean? Like I know it's not a finished product.
It's just like Street Fighter 5. No, I'm kidding.
If they rush it, dude, they had to delay this shit before. So I mean.
Remind me that delays are never really a good thing.
What was that quote that Nintendo fans like to circle jerk over? A delayed game is eventually good, but a bad game is always bad.
Yeah, that pretty much is the line that they've used.
But yeah, like as far as Pokemon Go is concerned, overall it's addicting. It's actually pretty good. From what I've seen.
I imagine everybody's gonna be all over that, and
I can tell you right now, there's gonna be some bugs that some people aren't gonna like though.
Like Caterpie?
What?
Just like Caterpie and Weedle?
Something like that.
Alright, so I think. Does anybody else have anything about Nintendo before we move on?
Let's move on.
That's all I got.
Alright, so let's get into the one we saved for last, Sony.
Boo!
I felt it was one of their better conferences.
Release Kingdom Hearts 3 already, not this 2.8 bullshit.
No, Paul, actually do not harp on 2.8. 2.8 compared to 1.5 and 2.5. 2.8 actually looks pretty awesome. Don't give me that crap.
No, here, I'll give you crap for it being exclusive, though. I feel like Square Enix just wanted to fail on the Xbox platform. Like, yeah, we're getting Kingdom Hearts 3, but who's going to care? Like, everyone's going to have Kingdom Hearts on their Sony products.
Look, man, it's been like, what, 10 plus freaking years, and they have not released 3 yet. I'm waiting for this freaking story to end.
Okay,
and it took so long to come out. Duke Nukem Forever. And look how that turned out.
Here's my thing with 2.8. 2.8, well, unlike 1.5 or 2.5, will push the story. You know, the fragmented passage with Aqua, I think that's a big plus because I think that was originally going to be either a PSP or a PS Vita title, and you know they're actually still going through with it. I think that's great. I am not going to complain about that. I love Birth by Sleep. When I played it with the PSP, I played on critical mode. I have fond memories of it, so I am excited for that because.
Look, I mean, I'm not hashing on Aqua like story. It's just
I know you want Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out, but
I'm
they even in the
waiting for the
trailer they
story.
say they're gonna
At
be.
least it's still at least it's still coming out this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm waiting to kick the living shit out of Xehanort right now.
Yeah, and
then
then
wait a little longer, just like the Tekken fans have.
and then you have
Don't get me started on
you know
Man.
the
Faded
Kingdom
Red
Hearts back
Revolution.
cover, which talks about all the stuff from Unchained, which I think is a great plus because again you know especially with Kingdom Hearts 3 you have to tie everything together. The Keyblade War, you know, everything that happened during the Keyblade War.
Why couldn't they just
Xeno-
make that into its own saga?
They kind of have with their mobile game. I've been
Yeah.
playing
God, I don't
Unchained.
even
Like
count that.
I've been playing Unchained on mobile. Like it's actually pretty good.
It just pisses me off all the time.
But okay, and then when Kingdom Hearts 3 does come out, I wonder where the series is gonna go next. If they retire the series, I'll be happy. But you know,
Well, well, I don't know what they're gonna do after that, but let's not worry about that. You know, Kingdom Hearts 3, yes, it is, you know, long overdue. I know we all want it. I want it. Paul wants it. Everybody in the Kingdom Hearts community wants it, but we're just gonna have to be patient a little bit more. Like they said, they're gonna announce more in December. That's what they're holding on right now.
yeah,
And
no, okay, yeah, true. Oh yeah, now that I mentioned it, Square Enix did mention that they were going to release. They are going to release Final Fantasy 15 first before they do 3. So everything is banking on 3 right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
If 15 doesn't do well, then I don't know where they're gonna go from there.
They're just
Well,
gonna
basically,
finish their
15
remake
goes
of Final
wrong.
Fantasy 7.
Their renaissance is basically over, and we're all just gonna pray that they do something good with Final Fantasy VII, which that one's already seems. I mean, I'm already worried about. But you know, they didn't talk anything about that during Sony's conference, so I'm okay with that.
Okay, fair enough. You know, fair enough. Okay.
All right, so we got that Kingdom Hearts stuff out of the way.
Talk
No,
about God
I'm
of
sorry.
War.
I had to
God of-
vent at that because
God of War 4
you know,
looks so good.
God of War took me by surprise. I was not expecting it. Even when they first showed Kratos, I'm like, that's
Oh,
Kratos?
you don't follow the leaks.
I don't follow leaks. I try to keep myself somewhat surprised when I see these things.
Yeah, like I heard it was coming. I just didn't know like it was ready to be showcased.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna have anything ready to showcase outside of maybe a teaser image of God of War with the Norse symbols. I didn't think they had like a little video ready
Right.
either.
But who would be the God of War in this case? In
He
He still is. It just seems later, you know. Not he still is, but he's still like. It says like how the storyline's gonna be. It's like many years later after his whole like main timeline in the 3 games. They mentioned something about it. I forget what though. Except that like he's older now.
Well,
Like,
yeah, they make him look like he's like in his 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was very surprised, and I definitely enjoyed what I saw. You know, yeah, it's just a different Kratos. You know, he doesn't sound so brash and you know always angry. You know, he sounds more reserved. He seems like he definitely has a lot of more years in him. And the whole thing with the child, I think, is that could play a part because regards to story, he already lost his wife and daughter, so and that's been exploited to the depths of the earth.
I'm willing to bet $5 the kid is either gonna get kidnapped or killed.
I'm going with the killed option because
within 2 missions.
Yeah. But I think that kid, if they do make him a part, it's going to be a significant part. And honestly, the one thing about Sony, this is not part of the game anyway, the one thing I was surprised is that they didn't really make, I know they said they were not going to bring the Neo out this E3. I was just very surprised that they hardly mentioned anything hardware-wise.
Well, they don't want to take away from their PSVR, is from what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll get my thoughts about that when we get to it.
No, I'm just kidding.
What was the other game that showcased after? What was it, Days Gone?
Days Gone, man, when I saw that video, I was like, I want to see some gameplay. And then, like, an hour or two later, they finally showed gameplay of it. A lot of the internet, like, I remember Katsuhiko mentioned that he's not a big fan because it looks like, what was he saying? Like, third-person Uncharted with zombies. I was like, that's awesome. Like,
I kept hearing a lot of, what's the game? The Last of Us vibe?
The Last Guardian? Or The Last of Us?
Yeah, The Last Guardian.
Finally,
Last Guardian
forever of this generation.
I could care less about Last Guardian. I'm like, dude, no. Just, again, everybody's excited. They just keep going. They've shown the same clip for the last, I don't know how many years this game has been in development. I'm like, I'm done. Just release the game.
It was supposed to be on PS3.
And knowing this game, and probably, and you know, when any of these big games that they hype, it's gonna come out, and then nobody's gonna talk about it.
Wait, which one? Last
Guardian.
Bro, I'm hyped for The Last Guardian, man, and that's weird because, you know, I'm not the biggest Sony fan.
I'm just not. I'm just like tired of Last Guardian. I'm like, okay, fine, let's get this game out of the way. Good, done. Let's just move on.
Oh,
no,
wow.
that's a fair
That's
point.
interesting. That is interesting, actually. No, not The Last Guardian. There's a particular series that I follow, and it's one of my favorite series, and they released a game about it, just from what I'm looking up now.
What?
It's called Fate X.
Who?
What?
Did not catch that.
Did not catch.
There was a. I'm looking at the list of games to see what else that they released. To see what else they released besides the conferences. And
What, nipple?
A what nipple? No, I'm just kidding. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. But anyways,
Yeah, my left nipple is interesting.
Then you have okay, Halo Wars 2.
Yeah. We forgot to talk about that. Apparently the beta is shit. I don't know. I heard
It's
it.
buggy as shit, but you know what? I blame console gamers for being so spoiled with betas. Like, betas just mean demo on console now, and everyone's like freaking out. I'm like, you guys are idiots.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think,
betas,
especially on the console community, I think they have betas a wee bit misunderstood.
I know it's a marketing ploy now,
it's
but
to test it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's meant to be just tested, and that's the only thing.
And it's not even just the gaming community too. Like even some of the journalists, they're giving massive crap on betas. Like beta, they announce it, they think it's it's a build of a portion of the game. We just want to collect data to see how it works, what needs to be improved. Yeah. It's not full blown demos. If it was a demo, whole different story. I would bash that to no ends of the earth. But a beta is a beta. It is a portion of the game that needs to be tested, worked out, and we need help from the community.
But that's the problem, man. The marketers have been using beta to mean stress test demo weekend for like the past 2-3 years now when it comes to Xbox One and PS4 stuff. So everyone's spoiled by it. When a true beta is like buggy as shit usually.
Yeah, we don't. Some betas are better than others. That's just how the way it works. If it works, because it's one of those things. Like especially in my field of study is like we think it works perfectly fine. We finally do a test on it. It works like shit. Damn it, we got to start all over. Or improve where it needs to be improved.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Final Fantasy 15's demo, the episode Disguise demo, and the most recent one that they just came out with. Like, they made a load of improvement when they first released that. So, I'm not expecting much from it.
I'm telling you right now, for example, I'm testing this game, right, that I told you about earlier. I know right now that I'm glad that I encounter these issues with the game before it comes out, and not when it's in full blown release, because that would be an issue in its entirety.
Yeah. So like Robert said, people, console community, and and other people have gotten spoiled over what's a beta and what's a demo.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, guys, Mass Effect Andromeda. While we're out there, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Did we already talked about Mass Effect?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it.
Just a little, but I mean, it's not. Oh, for me, it wasn't too much to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
I'm excited. You know.
Well, it's probably going to be good. I'm and I'm imagining EA is probably going to try to make sure that is, top quality. But not much out of that trailer.
True.
Alright, well, okay, so what else? What was Sony's big thing after that? I don't know.
Well, let's see. We did Last Guardian. Do you want to talk about their PSVR finally?
Well, actually, let's talk about Crash. I think that was the other thing
Yes. Oh, I'm so hyped for that.
Okay, the remasters, I think it's high time. I think, especially Sony, that seems that they put... I know they didn't own Crash Bandicoot, but the mere fact that that franchise has been on the back burner for 2 generations, I think it's high time they finally give it at least some level of treatment, considering that's pretty much their first mascot.
Agree. Hey, I agree there. Like,
yeah, they made it to Activision. I feel like they had to do something with Call of Duty first, and they're like, "Hey, bro, does this include Crash Bandicoot?" And they're like, at some point, like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah, that's why it wouldn't surprise me how that's how the marketing went through this, because as and I'll get in my thoughts with COD in a bit about that, because thank God we mentioned that again. I think Crash deserves a little bit more respect than it's been getting.
Well, blame Activision for that.
Yeah, but I blame Activision, but I also do blame Sony, because they should have been more aggressive about one of their mascots during the '90s.
Fair point. I did appreciate that Crash came to the original Xbox, but I still buy on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah. And giving it a remastered treatment of all 3 games, not like the original game, I think that's a pretty good deal.
The originals, definitely. Like,
it
better be $20 each for each game, so 60 total.
Yeah.
It's not going to be. It's going to be like 40 or 50 each.
Well, I thought the way they phrased it, I thought it was going to be like one big bundle. Like, they're going to toss in all 1, 2, and 3 in one go.
Yeah, I might have misunderstood then entirely. Then I'll pay 60 for that.
Yeah.
But more importantly, Skylanders, Crash Bandicoot, yeah?
I could care less about Skylanders.
Me too.
I could care less about Skylanders. I was like, okay, that's cool, for all the little kids, who are still playing with Skylanders, Disney Infinity, and, yeah, I do have...
Disney Infinity, by the way, that's
I have him.
Oh, by the way, guys, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Hey, man, like, Lego Star Wars is a big seller.
Okay. Here's something that I watched on YouTube, and this is a good point where Sony did that Microsoft did not. This week, apparently, Mirror's Edge Catalyst came out. Microsoft did not mention a word about it. Yet, Sony comes... Huh?
At E3?
Yeah, E3.
Why would they mention a game that's already out?
But then again,
games.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. Sony announced Lego Star Wars, which comes out in 2 weeks. Okay.
Yes.
But at least they reminded. They reminded. Oh yeah, this game is coming out. Besides all of our new shit.
No, E3 is for games that aren't out yet.
Yeah, but they should have still mentioned it, considering that Mirror's Edge would probably be swallowed.
Xbox people got Mirror's Edge like 2 weeks before everyone else because of EA Access. Like, we've been advertising it for like a good month or 2 now.
Yeah, we have.
All right, maybe that's my thoughts. Maybe they should have. I just thought Microsoft should have reminded everybody, hey, Mirror's Edge.
I agree. Microsoft should have implied that multi-platform games are exclusive to their own console. Like, so many people thought Lego Star Wars was PS4 exclusive. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Really?
That's the same people who are like, they think aliens are real and shit. Like, come on, man, stop it.
Yeah, I just like, wait, are you guys serious? Like, it's not.
It's the same. Look, it's the same argument. The same people who thought certain games were exclusive last year and they're not. So.
True.
Nah.
I'm just like, You guys are retarded. Mortal Kombat X wasn't, PS4 exclusive.
True
Are you
that.
retarded? Overwatch wasn't PS4 exclusive. It's Blizzard.
Yeah. Alright,
I'm not gonna lie though, I got a little scared with Resident Evil 7 because they were showcasing it with the VR, so I was like, oh god, is it only gonna be PSVR? But then they're like, no, this is just a PSVR exclusive thing. You're still getting a multi-plat RE7.
Yeah.
I was happy about that.
So,
Did anyone play the demo yet? I haven't downloaded, but I haven't played it.
Wait, demo for what?
7.
Resident Evil 7.
Oh no, I'm not all that interested, honestly.
Oh.
Okay, so the COD thing. I've mentioned it a few times, and I've not come around to it. I'm gonna be honest. I actually did not expect COD's trailer until I saw the title. I'm like,
Me too. It looks like a totally different game. Until, hold on. I saw like the way the guns were like actually the animations for the guns. Like, wait a minute, this is Call of Duty, isn't it? So I was like checking out like the HUDs and like the way the certain animations were. I'm like, this is Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no fucking way. Like, this is the space Call of Duty we're looking at. Like,
Yep.
yeah. But I have to give Sony credit on that one. They at least were sly about it. They were sly. They showed the trailer. They got us all excited. But the moment
Then they gave it blue balls.
as like I never played COD. Again, I played very little COD, like ridiculously little. And then I saw the title. I was like, oh, this is Infinite Warfare? Shit.
Well, no. See, what you're doing is you're pre-ordering the $80 version of Call of Duty 4 Remastered, and you're getting a free copy of Infinite Warfare with it.
Yeah.
Like, no one's buying it for Infinite Warfare.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're all buying it for 4 Remastered.
Yeah, in a marketing perspective, I know that everybody's just buying that game for the remastered. Nobody gives two flying, pieces of crap for...
no one wants futuristic shooters in their Call of Duty. They want boots on the fucking ground.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it's like, if they want to play a shooter, they might as well get ready for Destiny.
Fuck Destiny.
Shit series.
Hey, I brought up Destiny because, they're doing the Rise of the Iron, which, actually, now that I think about it, I'm surprised PS4 didn't release any of it, but whatever.
I think that's why I like Sony's conference. They didn't, announce any one-year exclusive crap again, even though it will be one-year exclusive.
Yeah, so, Alright, so let's head over to VR. What do you guys think of the $399 price tag?
I think it's expensive as shit, and I've already had mine pre-ordered for the past 3 to 5 months now. I think it's too expensive to be adopted by the mainstream.
Yeah, I thought $399. I'm like, okay, all right.
$400 for VR. I can just get an HTC Vive or an Oculus Rift at that point.
Oculus Rift, yeah, that's true.
But then again, Facebook's doing some shady, well, not shady, but they're doing exactly what people were scared about when Facebook bought the Oculus Rift. Like, they're starting to lock people out. They're buying up developers who are struggling to get funds. And that's fair, no, it's business. But I can see they're going to close the platform off with Oculus Rift soon. That's a prediction that I see coming. But no, PSVR is way too expensive. Like, only idiots are going to buy it. Like me, like myself.
Like you.
Yeah, I already have it pre-ordered. Like, it looks cool. Like, honestly, I pre-ordered because everything looks cool. And I'm buying it based on the promise that there's going to be content. So if there's no content, I'm just going to sell it after 3 months and take a $200 loss probably.
Yeah, I think I don't know, that $399 price tag is in the borderline between overly priced and just right. I think I guess people couldn't expect much because this is kind of going to be the first generation for VR. And especially.
My God. What?
You know what's bullshit? It doesn't even come with the goddamn camera or moved dildos that you have to hold, or you don't have to, but it enhances it.
Yeah.
Unless they changed that recently, but I didn't see anything about them changing it.
Yeah, and Yeah, so I don't know. I think if it came down to me, am I gonna get it? Probably not at launch. That, and I'm not even sure if my PS4 is gonna be able to support it. So that's the other thing. I'm like,
It will.
that was the other thing that threw me off and made me hesitate. I'm like, is this going to support my PS4? Because I thought that was the whole deal of the Neo. That it's supposed to be able to better support the VR, or if I play, since I have their first generation PlayStation 4, am I going to suffer because I don't have all the features that the Neo will have? That was kind of where my hesitation lay the most, because I was like, I wasn't sure what's the compatibility I'm going to be dealing with.
Completely reasonable. Sony has left you in the dark about that.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, okay, cool, we have a price, we have a release. What about compatibility?
There's none.
I mean,
Well,
it's forward. Supposedly, it'll work with your Neo better than your PS4.
Yeah,
like
but
vanilla.
that's something I believe I should know. Is like, what is
No,
the
exactly.
difference
Like,
between?
we're running on assumptions instead of explicitly stated things like, "Hey, don't worry, guys. If you don't buy Nia, it's all good. You can still have your VR."
Yeah, so and like, okay, let's start with the games. Resident Evil, I think it looks great on VR.
Dude, I'm gonna die playing it.
Anybody know of the series Eve?
Like the dinosaur one? No.
No, Eve Online.
Oh,
It sounds familiar.
yeah.
Was it on Dreamcast?
No, this is PC. Yeah. Anybody? What do you guys think about Eve Valkyrie?
Absolutely
Dude,
not.
I don't know much about it, so I couldn't even give you an
Seems
honest.
interesting.
No, I mean I've played Dust 514, and I'm pretty much liking anything that comes out of the the developers of Eve. Pretty much, I played a little bit of the actual online game of the actual Eve Online. Freaking loved it. As long as it is.
I like their website.
Nah, so I don't know.
I'll buy that for VR.
Well, I guess I need to see it first, and you could probably send me a link to all that stuff, because I don't know. I honestly, I won't be able to give you any feedback until I start seeing this crap.
Hey Yelthin, I'm doing rentals for my PSVR. $20 for an hour. Play any game you want.
That's so funny, guys.
I can imagine that on like GameWorks site, it was like, hey, you want to try out the VR? It's just gonna be like $20 an hour. No sweat.
Exactly, I agree with them.
Yes.
Perfect.
I think Jace put like the exact expression of what we needed in this discussion.
I'll bring it to Mario Party World from now on.
Mario Party for VR. You can virtually try to kill your friends.
Shoot me now. I'll be able to do a VR game for Mario Party.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. So what about the other games? Help me out, guys.
Batman Arkham VR.
Okay, the snippets where they show like Star Wars, I saw that coming. It's like, oh, they're gonna do a Star Wars, fight simulator, and do their thing. Which I think, it looks pretty. I can imagine people enjoying it, people having fun with it. So, I think it would be. I think it's gonna be fun. The Arkham one did caught me off guard. I'm like, what exactly are they doing? Are we gonna play as Batman? Are we gonna be actually like a first person, like augmentation kind of way?
I'm Batman first person, guys. Oh, my ass burns. I had these chili burritos one time. My ass was on fire. I think I'm having this new thing happen again. I just had like a ton of fucking tacos. Oh my barbecue.
Alright, so yeah, there's that. Dude, Christian, you left me with very little work to work with that.
I want to say WB and Sony have a shit ton of money because they must have given Mark Hamill so much money to come back for Arkham VR.
Yeah, because like
only
he
wants
said
to
he'd
do
never come back, right? He was done with the Joker.
Yeah, he only wants to do Joker if they're doing a Killing Joke movie, which obviously they are. But I'm surprised he went back for Arkham VR. He's like, fuck it, my kids can have some money. I assume he has kids. I don't know the life Mark Hamill has lived.
Dude, if he just got paid just to stand there on Force Awakens, I think I think he'll get a little bit more with doing voice acting for Joker.
Fair point. Fair point.
It's only fair that happens,
voice
right?
hurts him. His throat.
Yeah, I have to go
Dude,
with that.
I never. It's funny because I had like nostalgia goggles when I saw Force Awakens, and then when I seen all the memes and everything, it was like, yeah, all that Mark Hamill ever did was just stand there and just look at you profoundly. I wonder how much money he made out of that.
Wait. Oh, you mean that cameo that he got?
Yeah.
You're spoiling Star Wars for people who've never seen it, bro.
Dude, okay, if nobody has seen Star Wars by now, there's something's up.
Yep.
Oh, VR stuff. Speaking of Star Wars, there's a Star Trek VR now.
Yeah, boy.
I thought that was cool. I think that's cool, you know.
Same here. Like, I wish I had a holodeck. Like, when I was a kid, I was like, my God, I wish I had a holodeck. And even now, as an adult, I wish I had one. And that's what I said. I want to see Ryan Reynolds.
It's just that, you know, the way I see it is like, you know, it is like in a group. If you're able to get a group of people to do that Star Trek one, every single person has to have that VR if you want the complete experience. And it's just going to be hilarious to see how many of these people could actually pull off buying the VR set.
I call being Captain Kirk.
Call me Picard because I'm balding.
Oh! I feel like I could look like William Shatner. Started.
I could probably be engineering with Scotty. I could think I could. I won't be able to pull the accent by any means, but I could pull off with some smart-ass comments here.
You can be Uhuru.
Oh God. Like, it's funny. The first thought I thought was Spock, but I'm like, no, I'm not that cold and illogical about it. I can't pull off a Spock.
Ma nigga, give me Spock.
Hey, if you want to take him, let me take a stab at it. If I could do it better than you can.
Do the thing, Yelthin. Do the thing.
I can't do that. No fucking way. I cannot. You see, I fail. Yeah, I fail.
Wait. I can do it easily. I don't know. Oh
yeah,
no.
I can't pull that. No.
Let's see.
Okay, so what else? That one sci-fi shooter, that last sci-fi VR game that they did.
Oh yeah, the one with space, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool, but I got nothing noteworthy. Like, it was just like, oh, cool, another VR. Yay.
Honestly, almost all these VR titles are going to be exactly the same and play the same. Unless you're going to like, make yourself really freaking, like, distinct. Like, RE7, that's very distinct. I saw, I was like, oh god, a horror scare game, and then I was mindfucked. That was actually Resident Evil.
Yeah, I thought it was a generic, you know, horror VR game. But then when I saw Resident Evil's title behind it, I'm like, okay, all right, you know, Resident Evil's gonna do this, and the way they did it on that trailer, if that's what we are to expecting, I could imagine that money. I could imagine a lot of VR sets going out with that one.
I mean, my stupid ass is getting RE7 on both platforms just because of the VR.
My stupid ass.
Yeah. And what is Microsoft doing with VR? I'm like,
they're doing like HoloLens. Either that or they're gonna probably allow like different VR headsets to be used on that one. That's what the speculation is.
Well, it's like if they could get like a partnership with HTC or anything like that, that probably would score big on them. Because touching back with Microsoft, you know, the one thing I did saw in the presentation that they push hard is the whole you can play on your PC as well as you can with your Xbox One, which I think is great. You know.
Yeah, I can finally play Forza Horizon at peace in my fucking bedroom.
Yeah. And you know that's great, and obviously you know you better have a good internet connection to pull that off. But you know I think it's a good push, and that's where I can see the you know making the HTC Vive compatible VR stuff compatible with the Xbox One.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of Microsoft stores have the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive in their stores for demoing stuff.
So yeah, that's where I think they're gonna have the
Halo
compatibility. They're
and
gonna
Oculus
target.
Rift with a free Xbox One controller.
Yeah, so that's why I think that they're gonna have the competitive. I think that's what's Microsoft's approach. I'm surprised they didn't highlight it, considering that was Sony's big thing. You know, they spent like a good 30 minutes on it. So, you know.
Well, that's because Microsoft is going to go with AR instead of VR, augmented reality with HoloLens.
Yeah,
and that's not even close to being consumer friendly or consumer ready next year.
Yeah, I remember they were talking about it last year, and they were like, I was like, Minecraft, of all the things you had to show the HoloLens, Minecraft.
Dude, Minecraft is a billion-dollar franchise.
It is a billion-dollar franchise. It's just that when you want to introduce it, you kind of wanted to have more titles, and they really only did that with Minecraft.
True. Last E3 they did a little Halo 5 demo with HoloLens. That was really fucking cool.
Yeah. Dude, that would be cool. Halo on AR.
Ready. It's not even close to being developer friendly ready yet.
As long as they don't pull that like they did with the HD DVD.
That's why they can do their own VR. They're like, nope, fuck you guys. You can spend your money on developing this technology, and we won't do it yet. We'll wait for it to succeed or fail.
Yeah. No. But overall, I think PlayStation did a good job with the VR stuff.
Some of the games in VR look terrible, though.
Wait, what?
Some of the stuff that got added on in VR look fucking shitty, though.
True.
True.
It's gonna be the Wii Syncing again. There's gonna be a lot of shovelware crap. I mean, like
probably, but but the thing with VR, that's too much of a risk. Unlike the Wii, that you could put in $1,000 into a game, get a shitty shovelware, and have it published, and not really much is gonna give you a fuck. You put in a considerable amount, put that $1,000 into VR, you might be considering bankrupt the moment it gets launched because nobody's gonna buy the fucking thing.
No, that's an excellent point too.
Like in the VR, I think in the market, I think VR will be successful if the people have the money backup for it, because it's going to be huge risk, and if it doesn't pay off or whatever, they lost, And again, I don't want to compare it. I don't want to compare things, but VR, the PlayStation VR, it's not giving me that vibe, but I can sense the Vita with it.
Oh God, no. Oh, my Vita, I love you.
Robert, you and I had the discussion. It's like, the Vita, all it needed was a good support. All it needed was to have that one or two killer apps that would have gotten Vita off the ground, because we brought the 3DS into that discussion, and that it had the one or two killer apps, and that's what it needed. Well, that's what the Vita needed. So that's why I think the same situation is going to be on the VR. It's going to need those one or two killer apps that it's just going to blow everybody away, and they're going to be selling VR kits like nobody's business.
Yeah,
I got it. We take Hideo Kojima's PS4 exclusive game, Death Stranding, and put some VR shit into it. Because God knows, people hate Konami so much, they'll buy anything Hideo Kojima shits out.
Pretty much. Like, that's the one thing I forgot about him, and I'm like, I saw him like, dude, everybody is going to flip their lids. I already knew that the moment I saw the God of War trailer, I was looking at the Twitch feed. It's going like, Sony wins again, E3 again. I'm like, oh God.
When I saw God of War, and then I was thinking, as soon as they show a Hideo Kojima teaser or whatever, every article is going to say Sony won again. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Out of the three presentations, Sony was the strongest. If I had to.
No.
Oh, Robert. Come on. We have to. I know you're being biased. You're being a little bit biased towards Microsoft.
No.
But here's the thing. If we were to stack up all the conferences together, Sony was the strongest. They had the They had the strongest lineup.
No. They had the strongest lineup for the future. Most of that shit they showed isn't even going to be out till 2017.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes. I feel like you shouldn't be able to win E3 with crap that's not even going to come out till 2017. Like the Hideo Kojima,
Well, okay,
that's not coming out till 2019.
Okay, yeah, the Kojima's 2017, but BR is 2016. They put a little bit of 15
how
in there.
that didn't grab you though.
The 15, Final Fantasy 15 is 2016.
Multi-platform.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, it was during the Sony conference. But didn't we base it on the merit of their exclusives?
Okay. All right, Robert. You seem very on the fence on this. How would you rank the conferences?
Microsoft set the bar, so 9 or 10, whatever.
Okay, how come? What is your basis for Microsoft being on top?
They showed great games that are actually coming out next year. Like E3 is just one giant advertisement, but I don't want advertisements for things that I can't buy until next year. I want to know the next 6 months what. So I can buy Recore, I can buy Gears of War 4, I can buy Forza Horizon 3 because it's a yearly release. What else? The software updates are coming out. I can buy a customized controller. I can buy the Xbox One Slim.
I'm back, motherfucker.
All right. So what will you follow up with that?
What do you mean?
Well, after Microsoft, where would you put the other conferences at?
I would put Sony at just one tick below them because they are releasing some of their they are releasing a big juggernaut. The Last Guardian comes out this year. PSVR comes out this year, so I just put them one tick under.
2.5.
All right.
Nintendo, as usual, has failed. They have failed me.
This year, I can say Nintendo failed because, and this is where you and I will probably have a consensus. They didn't have we all knew ahead of time that Nintendo did not have a strong lineup. I didn't know outside of Zelda. I did not know what else they were going to be exposing. Like they put Paper Mario, great. We all kind of were hesitant about that one to begin with, and what I did see is doesn't make me feel any better or doesn't give me no reassurance that okay, maybe Paper Mario is in good hands. I don't know. Just I'm worried.
Same.
Hey, guys, here's a joke though. So Logic, he's like rapper / gamer. He, you know what he was doing at E3? He was playing like an NES on an E3 stream, and not playing a new Nintendo game. I'm just like, shit, man. It's just like, man, how bad is that? Like, as far as like PR goes, like all your new shit sucks, Nintendo.
Exactly.
Well, then again, that must be nostalgic,
No, but Sony's games were amazing. Like they did have a stronger game lineup. My only problem is it's like in the future. It's not coming out like within the next 6 months.
Okay, well, I can see where you're coming from that. Well, and the way I see E3 is like, okay, they're announcing everything between this E3 and the following E3. That's why I'm giving Sony a little bit more points because, most of even though some of their stuff is geared towards 2017, but that's the point. We're not going to be looking much after this. We already know what's going to be coming out in November, and we already know what's going to come out towards spring 2017. That's kind of what I see, and that's why I think Sony gets top notes. And then if I go down the list, Sony follows up. I think not Sony, Microsoft follows up because even though the hardware was a necessary upgrade. I think that a lot of people were giving crap about Xbox, which I don't think really was needed. Is like we're all gonna play the game. We're all gonna cough up the money for the console, no matter how big or small, as long as we could play the newest shit out there.
Well, originally they only got shit because they were more expensive and.
And they were trying to rectify out of that. So I can also see that part where they're going like, well, shoot, our first console debut sucked. Well, we might as well fix it up. They didn't even bother mentioning Kinect and.
Oh, Kinect's been dead since March 2014 when they unbundled it. Yep.
Guys, I just need to show you guys something. Alright, so, I mean, did we even talk about the Norman Reedus and Hideo Kojima game?
I started mentioning it about earlier
Okay.
a little bit.
Norman Fetus!
Dude, I
Alright.
love that one.
I want to talk about some gossip that happened at E3 real quick. So,
Alright, so what's up?
alright, so Lupe Fiasco, he beat Daigo, right? I have a video that surfaced today getting his ass beat at E3.
Wait, what?
Are you naked? He muted his mic.
Hello?
I'm not naked.
Paul is naked.
Oh.
No. No, it's just dark here.
You can't lock out the darkness.
No, you can't. No, I'm kidding.
Guys.
What's up?
Yeah, so like, so there's a video that surfaced, like, Lupe Fiasco got his ass beat by Mr. Street Fighter himself, Alex Valle. And I think that was hilarious. It's just like random things been going on at E3. Oh! I forgot! Injustice 2!
Oh my god.
I have to mention about that. Yeah. Injustice 2 actually looks really good.
Same. Like, I honestly, I love the storyline. Like,
Yeah.
I love the comics they came out with. They were pretty good. I mean, the art's a little shoddy at places, but the story's so good.
So
Yeah,
what's the story?
Story's good.
So what's the story gonna be about this time? I didn't catch that one.
They lock Superman away, and like I think he tries to get out or something. Some people are like, "I want Superman back." Evil Superman. I'm like, why would you want evil Superman back?
Dude, Atarik, I can't pronounce his name. Atrocious.
Yeah.
Red Lantern. Red Lantern. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so dope.
I mean, is it me or does Supergirl look kind of weird in that debut? I think it's early out, but she looked, for me, like her facial model didn't like look too good to me.
For everyone else's did. I think it's just like the light pictures and how she looked in the light. She looked like fucking like Gary. I don't know.
True. What? So what do you mean?
Sorry guys, I had to take care of something with my little one again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see much about Injustice, but, from what I did manage to see, it actually looks pretty good. I was like, oh, okay. Probably not going to buy it, but,
Probably not gonna buy it, but,
I am.
Well, I figure you are, but since, you're the one who brought it up.
I brought up Mario Party, and I'm not gonna buy it.
Well, I wasn't going based on that assumption, but, since you're overly excited about it, but, I might pick it up. I have to pick it up because I need to test it out and see if it works with Mario Party War, so I have a different reason.
Keyword, I have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, what's that called? Oh, aren't we funded now? Can't we use the funds for a $40 game?
Well, I can't use it for personal needs. Come on, man. I have to think of the organization, too.
That's not personal. You don't need Mario Party 3DS.
No, I also don't want to purchase a game that we're not going to be using in a tournament. So, I kind of have to personally spend on it before I can make the organization go for it.
Here, use my Gamers Club Unlocked membership. You get 20% off new games.
Well, you can buy it for me, and then I'll pay you back.
Okay. Give me the $34 because of tax.
All right. Well, when it comes out, we'll make that happen. I didn't even see a release date on that. What is the release date on that?
On the stream, and he can't. I don't see his comments. Is he on the YouTube comments?
Who?
Sal.
Sal?
Shout out to Sal. Jesus Christ, that's what
Who's chatting? Oh.
We open up the stream on YouTube Live.
Hey, no. Hey, no more. No more.
Oh, he is commenting.
Yeah, he's been commenting on it, so...
So what, can we get him in or no?
I'm playing now.
Oh yeah. I like Paper Mario.
I'll be busy both days. Nah, he's just mentioning us that, to come in, talk about it. I think they're planning to do their. I think from when I'm reading those art is like they may do their own, which I guess is great and all.
True.
Who's gonna do their own?
Do
Their own
what?
chat time, which never hurts.
Oh,
Well, we're not good enough.
Whatever.
Oh no, maybe they're just saying just to jump in on our stuff. Okay, so whatever. Alright, okay, so I think we've gone through this. We just covered just about everything. I can't. Are we forgetting anything?
well, we didn't
Oh,
talk
no.
about the PC gaming.
PC Master Race.
Well,
I didn't
is
watch
there
it.
is there much for PCs? Like E3 was always considered more of a console thing.
Well, the thing, like, here's the big thing with PC is that, like, Windows 10 is a legitimate thing on PC now. So I mean, that's gonna be that's always gonna be a thing.
Okay.
So like with Xbox Play Anywhere, they're finally like getting some of these games that normally are only on Xbox on PC. So I'm glad they're doing that. That's gonna be great.
Yeah,
It's always a welcome addition.
but I was like, it's like PC's has been pretty big on its own with Steam and everything. I'm just like, I've never
Right,
seen
but
them have a strong presence during E3.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like with Xbox, a lot of their exclusive titles only come out on,
Well, Xbox.
yeah, only. Now it's just gonna be on their Windows 10 platform.
Exactly.
Like Forza Horizon 3 is a beautiful game. Like that is gonna come out on PC. KI is the first game that came out that's the Play Anywhere. We're playing it on PC right now, actually. So.
Yelthin talk about ukulele. We already did, Sal. We did.
But yeah. All right, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah, we're about to wrap everything up anyway. So
Yeah.
We're about to wrap
so
it up.
let's just. I think we've covered just about everything. Well, I guess it's just to see. It's just time will tell how these conferences go and how they reflect during the year.
True.
Now, I'm definitely looking forward to I'm looking forward to everything really. Xbox, PS4. Even the shoddy Nintendo. I'm looking
Even
forward
the
to.
I'm breaking my rule. I said I was only going to buy 2 games this year, and because of E3, I'm going to buy too many games this year.
Yeah, I'm like E3 is a little bit of shut up and take my money.
Yep.
And then we could cry about the money that we haven't spent on. Sorry, just Jace was doing something, and now I'm kind of giving him a bad look because he's probably going to get in trouble in the
All right,
pit.
guys.
Alright, so, good discussion, guys.
Peace out.
Thanks for coming in and everything, so take it easy.
No problem.
I take it easy.
And
And even Jace wants to say bye. Say bye.
Hey, you're doing Zelda Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I'm going to work on that. Well, that's 9:30, so
Okay.
whoever's watching, we'll be in, and I'll come back at 9:30 on Twitch for Zelda Wednesday.
I'll watch your Zelda stream,
Alright.
because I'm too lazy to play.
Well, good thing you got me, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, man.
Take care. Alright.
all right. Bye.